Hi everyone, I'm Valerie from Charged Up. Today I have with me here Sunil from YCH, Singapore's largest homegrown logistics and supply chain company. Sunil, would you like to introduce yourself and the role that EVs actually play within YCH sustainability strategy?
Sure. Thanks, Valerie, for the question. My name is Sunil Nambiar, and I'm the Head of Operations for Strategy, Sustainability, and Communications at YCH Group. My role here is to develop and implement our net zero strategy. At YCH, we want to get to net zero emissions by 2040 for Scope 1 and 2 and 2050 for Scope 3. Electric vehicles play a key part in this journey. And this is especially because emissions from transport make up a significant portion of our emissions profile. In 2024, we introduced Singapore's first electric prime mover, and this was an important milestone because it sent a signal that we were willing to overcome some of the more challenging parts of fleet electrification, and that includes heavy commercial vehicles. Moving forward, the integration of EVs will continue to play an important role in YCH's net zero journey. We have integrated EVs not only here in Singapore, but as well as in our other markets around Asia.
I see. Yeah. Let's go and take a look at some of your EVs. And YCH has been integrating EVs across your operations, from like the trucks to the smaller vehicles. What has been your biggest learning so far?
So after we implemented and we brought in Singapore's first electric prime mover, and as well as a suite of other electric vehicles, some key lessons came out. First of all is that it was important that these vehicles are tested in live operational settings. So what this means is that the integration of EVs into our operations cannot be done in isolation. So the first question is whether the electric vehicle can earn its place in the fleet. And what I mean by this is that in logistics, every asset has to be productive. So the vehicle has to be able to handle the required payload. It has to be able to complete the route, meet the delivery timelines. All of this without creating additional operational complexity.
Most definitely.
Yeah, so that's important because it means that while we have a technically advanced vehicle, it is only useful if it is well utilized.
Yep.
The second question is in terms of energy. With diesel vehicles, it's much simpler.
Yep.
Once the vehicle is refueled, it can go back onto the road and resume operations as soon as possible. Well, for electric vehicles, the consideration is a bit different. The energy it requires will affect when the vehicle is deployed, how long it is off the road, and it also affects how the driver's day is planned. So all this needs to be taken into account to ensure that the EV is actively used and well integrated into our operations as well.
I see. And what would you say is the biggest barrier in terms of scaling electric fleets?
Well, if I look at it more broadly, regionally, it's important to remember that Southeast Asia is not a monolith. It is a very diverse set of markets with different rules affecting, first of all, the availability of EVs, the availability of charging infrastructure, as well as how it can be integrated across in each of the different markets. So what this means is that I think, first of all, we have to start with the perspective that logistics can be unforgiving.
Yep.
So if shipment is delayed, if a delivery is delayed, it will affect how customers plan their deliveries and their schedules as well. So from that perspective, it is important to, first of all, ensure that the charging and operational infrastructure is available, especially in markets where there are long journeys which are required. The second question is in terms of change management. I mean, I'll look at it from two perspectives. One of it is in terms of training. EVs are different types of vehicles, and often for drivers, it is difficult to learn to use and adapt to a new form of driving and a new form of operationalizing these vehicles as well. So we need to ensure that the training is available in order to make sure that drivers are not only comfortable using EVs, but ideally even have a preference for using EVs. The second is in terms of procurement. The cost considerations around EVs are slightly different from that of diesel vehicles. So what this means is that we have to consider factors such as battery life, utilization, downtime as well, when looking at whether this is the correct investment to make, as well as whether the emissions reduction from the vehicles are worth the additional investment as well. So all this factors in. And the third prong of it, when we bring it together, is in terms of the customer proposition as well. So we need to ensure that when we bring in electric vehicles, we continue to be able to meet delivery timelines, to be able to offer cost-competitive services as well. And customers should not have to see the integration of EVs as a trade-off between efficiency and being able to meet their logistics needs. So once these different factors, including the availability of EVs and the availability of infrastructure, as well as the change management factors are brought into the picture and properly settled, I think that's when the integration of EVs across the region can be accelerated.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Sunil. We look forward to having you at the event next week.
Okay, thank you very much.